Hello everyone, this is Stephanie, your CSA coach, and it is week 16B of our CSA shares for the 2024 season. I'm jumping on today. I had to push back our live that usually takes place on Tuesday because I was moving my oldest son into college on Tuesday, so I wasn't around. We'll jump right into what we have this week. We got to pick pumpkins out of the pumpkin field. So that was fun and different, something new for the CSA. Ours is already on our front porch, and we're excited to have a pumpkin from Blooming Glen. Into our share for this week, we have our salad greens. Salad greens get stored in the fridge. Just like this. Don't wash them until you're ready to use them. Once you're ready to use them, fill a big bowl with water or your sink with water, throw these in, swish them around, and then pull them out and throw them in your salad spinner to get them good and dry before you dress them. We also got our, I think this is called a Little Gem lettuce. These are delicious, just used as a salad green, chopped up and lightly dressed, or you can make a larger salad with like your peppers and your tomatoes and all of the extra stuff that we get from the share. The leaves are a little bit hardier and larger than our salad mix, so you could use them as a vessel for like a taco or a chicken salad, a tuna salad, or an egg salad. But this gets stored in the fridge in a small Debbie Meyer green bag or a Ziploc bag until you're ready to use it. We have our cantaloupe. Cantaloupe gets stored in the fridge just like this. Once you're ready to use it, pull it out, slice it open, pull out those seeds, chop it up, and just serve it as a quick side, the kids are back to school, so you could serve it as a snack for them, either after school or in their lunches or for breakfast. Last week's recipe was our cantaloupe salsa, which is really delicious and something different. So try that if you haven't tried that yet. We have tomatillos. Tomatillos are stored either on the counter or in our fridge. Depends on what's easiest for you. I had some that don't have the husk and some that do. Just leave them as is. Once you're ready to use them, you peel those husks off. Those get discarded. I like to grill them and do a grilled tomatillo salsa. You can also roast them. You can make green sauces. They are really tasty paired with like a garlic and onion. So I like to do a big batch of grilled tomatillos or roasted tomatillos and then kind of make either a salsa or a sauce. We have potatoes. Potatoes get stored in a cool, dry place away from our onions. You can put these in grill packets. You can put them on sheet pan roasted vegetables. You can cook them on your stove top. You can boil them. You can make a like a hash brown or a side to breakfast. I also believe on the website there's a potato crusted quiche, and then there's our potato wraps from this year. You can use these. You can interchange the different type of potatoes that we get throughout the season for whatever potatoes we have on hand in the recipes. This flavor might change a little bit, but the basic idea is that they're potatoes, they're starchy, they'll work mixed in. You can also do fritters with the potatoes. So that was a recipe and a PDF that we created this year. So take a look at those. We have edamame. We got to pick a quart of edamame. It doesn't matter if they're the bright green or we have some that are starting to yellow. That does not matter. Stored in the fridge in a Ziploc bag or a Debbie Meyer green bag or just simply in a bowl like this. My favorite way to serve them is boiling them in a pot of water for a few minutes, pulling them out, and then either sea salting the actual pods, and we just kind of bite the pods and pull the beans out, or I actually hull the beans out of the pods themselves and then sea salt them. It's a topping on our poke bowl from this year. It can also be a topping on top of a basic salad or just served as a snack or a side. I will be making these tonight. I already have my pot of water. on the oven for those. So the kids like to eat them just as a snack. So I get them ready as soon as we get them. We have peppers, a variety of different peppers, orange, red, yellow, stored in the fridge in our crisper drawer. Super easy to use. You can serve them raw, slice them up just like this, wash them, slice them. I did a couple weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks now, post about freezing peppers. So we've been getting peppers for several weeks now. You can bulk freeze them or flash freeze them and then save them for chilies and soups and things like that during the winter. So if you have a lot and you haven't used what you have from last week, think about flash freezing them. We like to serve them raw. I also love our chicken fajita sheet pan meal. It's somewhere on the website. I don't know how many years ago I did that, but that's on the website, and that you can double and serve the masses, or you can double it and use it for lunches. Use it for dinner, whatever night you make it, and then use it for lunches, the leftovers. So we like to do that. So stored in the crisper drawer, sliced up, eaten raw, or veggie packets, sheet pan meals, on top of salads, anything like that. We have garlic. Garlic is stored in a cool, dry place. I love garlic. I usually double the recipe. If I'm following a recipe, I double the amount of garlic in it. You can roast garlic, so slice off the top, throw it in foil, put it in the oven. I don't even really time it anymore. I just kind of put it in and let it good and roast, and then it's a great topping on top of bread or on top of pizza. Their garlic. You can use it in dressings. You can use it in marinades. You can, so many recipes on the website call for garlic. So super easy to use. I know it's in a lot of our sheet pan meals and a lot of our, if you're making a grill packet, you can use it in that as well. We got to pick 3 hot peppers stored in the crisper drawer of your fridge. Basically, you're using a hot pepper to add heat to a recipe, to add spice to a recipe. So if you cut it open and take out the seeds and the membranes, less heat. If you keep that in the recipe, then there'll be more heat. One of my favorite recipes on our website is the hot pepper honey, which makes a great addition to a dressing. And also, I think I have a recipe for a margarita on there, both with alcohol and without alcohol. So that's an option for our hot peppers. Super easy to freeze too. So if I get a lot of them, I'll chop them up, freeze them in increments, usually two cup increments, and then I have heat that I can add to my chilies. I can make the hot pepper honey throughout the winter, things like that, but stored in the crisper drawer. We have tomatoes. Tomatoes are stored on our counter. They like to be at room temperature. Slice them up, eat them as a snack, slice them and serve them on your sandwiches or on top of salads. You can make tomato soup. You can make roasted tomato sauce. What else? Bruschetta, salsas. So lots of options for tomatoes. We have acorn squash, new to the share this week. These are stored in a cool, dry place. Once you're ready to use them, they will store for a while, so not something you need to use immediately. Once you're ready to use them, usually I slice them either into rounds or in half. You can roast them, you can grill them, you can boil them and puree them. Lots of options for acorn squash. And you can actually intermix. So if you have a recipe for butternut squash, you can use acorn squash instead. I do that a lot depending on what I have on hand. Obviously the flavor will be slightly different, but you can switch things. Our acorn squash are really, really good, just roasted in half with some butter and seasonings as a side. That's our favorite way to use them. Last but not least, we have 2 herbs. We have cilantro. Cilantro likes to be in the refrigerator. So either throw them in a Ziploc bag, throw it in a Ziploc bag, and put it in the fridge, or stand it in a glass of water and put it in the fridge like that, or in a glass jar and throw it in the fridge. Cilantro makes a great addition to our salsas. The recipe that was posted this week is for herb salts and herb oils. Cilantro can be used in either of those. So you can use that as well, but great addition. We have all those tomatoes, you could do a salsa. Basil. Basil likes to be on the counter, so put it in a glass of water right on the counter. Great for pestos, basil salt, basil infused oil, so use the recipe from this week that was just posted this morning. And also I did a basil dipping oil. So if you get the bread share, it was basil, sea salt, garlic, in like an olive oil, and it was a dipping sauce for bread or to throw over top of a pasta. So that's our basil stored on the counter. But great for pestos, great for bruschetta, great for a basil salad dressing. So options there as well. Next week, I will be back on Tuesday, and I should stay Tuesday, hopefully, for the rest of the CSA season. If you have any questions, make sure you tag me and post it on Facebook, and I will see you all again next Tuesday.